Hey everybody, welcome back to more Let's Play Pokemon FireRed. Last time we did all of the stuff up the route above us, I think it's 5, and we met Bill, the true blue hick Pokemaniac. And this time we're going to start it off with something plot relevant and go fight Misty. And guess who remembered what they were talking about because they went back and watched the footage? This guy. Yo, champ in the making. Let me give you some advice. The leader, Misty, is a pro who uses water-type Pokemon. You can drain all their water with grass-type Pokemon. Oh! That makes sense. Like, grass absorbs water, so, you know, it drains up the water. Wait. Ground and mud kind of does that. I just know if I throw a toaster in the bath, that's not good. You can skip this guy. Splash! I'm first up. Let's do it. So, what I was saying near the end of the last episode, I have 14 team members in Pokemon Scarlet. So, they're not exactly... rather than having 6 completely competitively, you know, developed Pokemon, I have like 14 guys that are pretty alright. So, it kind of made, winning the Teal Mask, like, fight against Kieran kind of difficult. So, I still haven't beat it. And also, I just wasn't really having that much fun with it. But other than that, it's like... But my whole point was, like, I am not crazy about how the games are getting too easy now. I'm saying that as I'm decimating this gym so far. But, yeah, I'm definitely not crazy about how easy the games are now. And granted, it could just be that I'm grown up a little bit. But, man, they felt harder. They really did. You technically don't have to fight that lady either. You can just kind of walk up to Misty like this and do that, but I'm going to fight this lady. Because I'm pretty sure once you beat a gym leader, you can't fight the trainers in the gym anymore, I don't think. Could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. But yeah, I also was talking about how Legends Arceus was kind of like one of the more like difficult games that came out recently, and people were talking about the fight with spoilers if you haven't finished like the Legends Arceus, Volo, like his final fight. Yeah, it was hard, but honestly, I didn't even lose once to him. Like, Giratina showing up was a surprise, but like, I didn't have that much issue with it. Like, I max revived one of my Pokemon, and I didn't even end up using that Pokemon. I was using the new Lilligant. And yeah, for some reason, even though I was doing, like, not very effective damage, I still somehow beat Giratina twice with that Pokemon. It doesn't make sense, but that fight's not as hard as people make it out to be. It's fun, though. Hi, you're a new face. Hold on, I gotta do an impression of Misty.
Only those trainers who have a policy about Pokemon can turn pro. What's your approach when you catch and train Pokemon? My policy is an all-out offensive with water-type Pokemon.
Okay, out of 10, how was that? Alright, Leader Misty would like to battle, starting out with Staryu, level 18. Alright, so we're just going to start this one off with a Razor Leaf. Probably gonna one-shot Staryu. Yeah, I don't know what we're really worried about with him. Staryu's not really your threat here at all. Where you actually have to try with Starmie, but watch me not have to try at all. I'm betting on I overlevel it by 2. Maybe I should have done Bill's route afterwards. Alright, Razor Leaf. Starmie's sprite's so cool in this. Boom. See? The fight's going to be over in maybe 4 turns. Yeah, each gym leader has access to... They can use a potion... I want to say... I know they can use a potion at least once. There's some of the few trainers that actually will. But they might be able to do it twice? I'm pretty sure it's just once, though. I used to know this shit off the top of my head, but now I don't, I guess. But, yeah. I don't know what we were thinking. Normally that's harder even with Ivysaur just because, honestly, Starmie can hit pretty hard and it uses a move called Water Pulse that can confuse you.
The Cascade badge makes all Pokemon up to level 30 obey. That includes even outsiders you got in trades. There's more. You can now use cut anytime, even out of battle. You can cut down small trees to open new pathways. You can also have my favorite TM,
Water Pulse. It also does 60 base power, so it's pretty good. And I actually think that if you caught a Clefairy back in Mount Moon, it can learn it, as far as I know. Also, I don't think it's something you can do in this, but in Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow, you actually could fish on these trainer statues for some reason. For some reason, those tiles are fishable tiles. Doesn't make sense, but yeah. You're a trainer too? Collecting battle... Oh, I already talked to you in the last one. Oh, she moved away from that. Let's check this house. Oh! Too much time, little to do. Is nothing entertaining happening anywhere? I don't think I've ever talked to that guy. Alright, let's get a few items. I think now that... No. Okay. Usually in the newer games, it's like, if once you get a few, once you get a few badges, you get access to more items, but I guess I think it's actually tied to town in the older ones. We'll get a few potions, and I'll get the rest Pokeballs. 12. See, like, we need more money now. And obviously, that $1 million I was gonna say Pokebike. We're not getting that anytime soon. But now that we've done the stuff with Bill, we can just get a good move on and actually get the hell out of here. Hello there, do you happen to have a Poliwhirl? Would you agree to a trade for my What? I didn't know you were here. That's awesome. That's a good trade. I actually didn't even think about it. Like I said, I had originally benched Gyarados because people here were robbed. It's obviously Team Rocket's behind this most dangerous crime. Even our police force is trouble with Rocket. Because I couldn't make up my mind on, like, I didn't think it'd be a good use of Ice type moves, and I wanted a Psychic type. And I have a Psychic type in mind, and we should be able to get him pretty new. Pretty new? I mean, pretty soon. But yeah, let's fight this guy real quick. Hey, stay out. It's not your yard. Huh? Me? It's not my yard either. Fuck you. But yeah, you could get Jinx here, which I don't know if it's even really possible to have a Poliwhirl. But honestly, when I really sat back and thought about it, I wondered if it might have been a better idea to try to get Jinx instead of the Pokemon I have in mind, because I want a Psychic type and I want an Ice type, and that would cover both my bases. It's a Pokemon that I think is pretty decent, but I guess honestly, like I said, I don't really know where to get Poliwhirl. That's kind of the main reason why I didn't go for it. I like how we didn't even have to use Prolapse at all in that gym. Drows. That dude's got a weird ass noise. I know Drowsy's. I always called him a hippo, but apparently he's supposed to be whatever the hell a tapir is. That is mud on his ass, right? Like, or is that just a weird pattern thing? I used to hate Drowsy and Hypno. I thought they were weirdos, especially with like something that's gonna happen in this game. I'm like, ew, Hypno's creepy. Then I caught a shiny Drowsy that was gray. It was almost like he had the Game Boy font, which was cool. TM 28. Better get moving. Bye. And actually, you can tell this guy you got his teammate. I figure what's lost is lost. I decided to teach Diglett how to dig without a TM. You kind of just have that guy's property. He doesn't really care. So, yeah. Let's go to the Pokemon Center real quick, and I'm actually gonna grab Magikarp for something real quick. But yeah, shit, I don't know what I was talking about. But yeah, we're gonna grab Magikarp because I have an idea for him. I talked about trading Magikarp off screen because I, want to evolve into a Gyarados, obviously, to, have some more Pokemon in my Pokedex. But the thing is, Magikarp's a pain in the ass to train, and even more of a pain in the ass to train when you're not going to be using it. And whether or not I actually remember that I have him here, I am going to... We can't go this way yet. D-pad! D-pad! Alright, can't go that way because we don't have HMO1 cut yet. But, yeah. We're going to come down here. Route 5. There's some Pokemon you're going to want to bring attention to here. Is he here? Meowth! That's right! Meowth is not a bad Pokemon. I've actually used it once or twice on this game. But I'm catching a Meowth, one, for the Pokedex, but also, it has a move that I really think you're going to want to utilize. It's not as useful in this game as it is, like, future games. But here's the thing. Meowth has an ability called Pickup. And what it does is, just casually, when you're walking around, Meowth will just grab shit he finds on the ground. This can be potions, Pokeballs, sometimes even rare-ass items or rarer items to find from Pickup, like Ultra Balls. And I think every 10 levels or so, Meowth can has better chance to pick up better items. So, and you know what? Just because he's going to be helping us out, I was going to give him an awakening and wake his ass up. Oh, he's not with us. Oh well. Well, we can go grab him in a second. We're about to drop. Oh, we can get him in from here. I run the daycare service. Would you like to raise one of your Pokemon? Yes, sir, I would. Unfortunately, you can only have him raise one Pokemon. So we're gonna go with Magikarp here. And if I don't forget it, we'll come back and get Magikarp later. And he might be a better Pokemon. Or I hope I can get him to like level 19. And then I can level him at once and then just get like a easier Gyarados. But there's a good chance I'll probably just forget he's here. This Meowth does have pickup, right? Yep, okay. Look at that JPEG thing. Like, it's like one of those things you can just take the model off and then like the JPEG background. I'm trying to talk. I'm sorry. I stutter and stumble over my words so much. But yeah, I think that's the only Pokemon that's really worth your time on this route, personally, but, Hi, do you have a Nidoran? Want to trade it for my Nidoran? Whoops. Oh, you know what? I'm actually going to take you up on that deal. This is one of the weirder trades, because I don't have Nidoran female. I think they actually count for 2 separate Pokemon. I guess I'll put Beedrill up for now. I don't necessarily need him with me. But he's a comforting presence. But yeah, I do think they count as 2 separate Pokemon, but even so, why not? If I ever want to, if I want to, don't feel like catching a Nidorino, or I mean a Nidorina, and I just want to like level them up off screen, I can do it faster with a traded Pokemon. It is kind of weird the 2 trades are like right back to back. And also, we can show the trade animation. It's nothing special. I am kind of curious what its nickname is, though. That'd be fun. Sometimes you just get odd-ass nicknames. What's weird, though, is Pokemon like Jinx and another Pokemon we're going to be catching soon, and another one, Farfetch'd, which we can also get, I think, in the next town. They're the only way to get them is, like, via trades. Miss Nito. That's funny. That's a good nickname, actually. I actually really like that name. Sometimes they could be carrying items. Does this one have an item? Yes! Probably a berry. Tiny mushroom. Okay, we can sell that. Here's the underground path. It's just Route 1 music. I am not going to be spending a lot of time down here, but just so you know, There's apparently a bunch of, and that's why I'm like stopping pressing A every few seconds. There are apparently a bunch of hidden items down here. Maybe I'll pick them. Like I said, this is not a 100% guide. You are going to the wrong person if this is what. I'm just trying to give you a little bit of advice. But yeah, there's a few of those underground passages. Yeah, she even kind of suggests go back in and look. It'd be easier with the item finder, but even with that, it's like I don't think you really want to. I'm not okay. So here's the thing. Oh, hold on a second. Yeah, citrus berry. That's a good one. Save that. I probably won't use it at all. I'm not gonna fight these guys because I actually want to save them for some battles for a new team member that we're gonna get pretty soon. Get him caught up level wise. And honestly, I'll probably fight those guys off screen because none of them are required, and you don't need to see every fight. These two technically aren't skippable, so you are gonna see them. But those guys up there, it's all the same shit you're used to, like Pidgeys, Nidorans, maybe an Oddish. Like you're not missing out on much if I don't show you those fights. But yeah, I'm gonna try to cut down on the fluff of some of these episodes. Just because the whole point of me doing the longer ones is I was like, I want to get out of the like introductory parts of the game. So that is why we are doing longer episodes, so I can make progress faster and have fewer videos to edit and make the thumbnails for a week. And then I can get back to playing more often and kind of like stay in that mindset, because I was also really frustrated because I'm like, I just want to keep playing. This is a fun run so far, and it's going to be even more fun because we're about to get a teammate. And we are like kind of approaching the part of the game that is like my favorite part. My favorite section of the game in any Pokemon game is usually the midpoint when you're like between the 4th and the 5th gym badge, and your Pokemon are just starting to kind of come into their own and develop, and like, you know, starting to get really fun movesets. And they're still struggling a little bit, but they're starting to get strong. And then it's like, it's just a really fun part of the game. And I'm really trying to get to the parts that open up the world a little bit more. And we're gonna get there soon. Like, after we get through this next, Eradicate. After we get through this next gym badge, and then we're going to have to go through the rock tunnel, which is probably going to get its own episode, just because it's going to be another boring one, but we got to do it. Then we're going to finally have access to, or like the world will open up a little bit more. And I can't wait to get to that point, because that's always like the best part. We're gonna die. Yeah. Eradicate ain't no joke sometimes. Which Onions will make quick work of him. But yeah, we're finally gonna get to some of the more exciting parts, and I'm really happy about that. I also think maybe it's a good idea to mention. I'm sorry if it pisses people off that I go a lot. I sometimes think I try to talk way too fast, like to the point where I'm not keeping up with myself, and it makes it to where I say a lot of times in regular conversations to keep my point that, hey, I'm still talking. Because if I just like, as much as I lose my train of thought, if I were to stop talking as often as I want to, we can get fishing rod here. If I were to stop talking as much as I like lose track of what I'm saying, I say as a placeholder. Like if I'm talking to somebody and I'm just like blah 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 blah, and then I say a lot of times I feel like I do that because that looks like Bagon instead of Machop. But I say that to keep my place in the conversation, because I feel like a lot of people, some of my friends, it can be like they'll They'll be talking. You have a Spearow. I want to trade it from Farfetch'd. Yes, we will, but we gotta go get him. The thing is, I say that a lot of times because some people, they have a habit of, if you're not talking, like, 100% of the time during the conversation, the second you're done, and I'm probably guilty of this too, the second you're done, they'll be like, anyway, this is what I wanted to talk about now, like, and then it's so frustrating, because then it's just be like, I wasn't done! So, I made a habit of saying, for one thing, like I said, just because I think faster than I can speak sometime. But, you know, it's just a matter of, you gotta keep your place in the conversation sometimes. Because some people, once they think you're done talking in their eyes. Like, alright. Hi, you have a Spearow? Want to trade from a Farfetch'd? We're only gonna get a level 5 Farfetch'd, but there's gonna be a lot of trading in this episode. This is one that trade that I could recommend to you, not necessarily because you want to use the Pokemon, but just because, well, you're not going to get Farfetch'd any other way. This is a really weird topic. I don't know why. I've never even had duck. But whenever I look at Farfetch'd, or Chiding, Farfetch'd looks delicious. I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong with my brain. Every time I look at Farfetch'd, I'm thinking, damn, I'm hungry. It really doesn't help that I have not eaten anything today. But this is my last episode of the day, so. I chair the Pokemon fan club. I raise more than 100 Pokemon. Very fussy when it comes to Pokemon, I surely am. So, you come to visit here about my Pokédex? I'd say Pokemon, but I know he's going to be talking about Rapidash.
My favorite Rapidash. It's cute, lovely, smart, plus amazing. You think so? Oh yes, it's stunning.
Alright, calm down, Mr. Hands. Jesus. Kindly loving. Okay, alright, dude. Yep. Kill this guy. Kill this guy now.
Oh, look at the time. I kept you too long. Thanks for hearing me out. I want you to have this.
A bike voucher. Alright, so we can get that and get a free bicycle.
My favorite Fearow, fly me anywhere.
Oh god, leave Fearow out of this. When I clap my hands, my cat jumped down. Hi! She just tapped me on the shoulder. Hello. Received the stick from Chiding. That actually is kind of cool. That raises Farfetch'd's critical hit rate, I believe. I didn't know he actually came with that item. I thought that was one you'd have to find somewhere else. That's cool. Alright, so we're gonna dump Chiding here. So, I am going to keep Meowth on me, like I said. And we'll dump this Abra for now, and I might just train him into Kadabra off screen. I'm not going to show every Pokemon. Oh, have you ever had that Verge? I'm sure you have. I was pretty sure that's what the first person was. Verse Seeker. That is going to be very good for a late game grinding strategy that I have, and I'll talk about that when we actually, you know, are prepping for the final parts of the game. But we have a lot of trainers that are still, like, in the overworld, so there's no point in doing that yet. So what I'm going to recommend you do is, first of all, buy a few repels. And I have enough for one more Pokeball, so I'm going to get one of those. If you're about to do what I'm going to do, if you have a an electric type Pokemon, or anything that is just vulnerable to ground, do not put them in front. So here's Route 11. We're not going to go past this point. We're actually going to go into this cave here. Okay, hold on. I did see an item that's just like right there, and I'm going to grab that. We'll do Route 11 on another episode. Awakening. I could have gave that to Meowth earlier. Speaking of which, does Meowth have an item for us? Nope. Pull your weight, man. Alright. Diglett's Cave. Well, this is a surprise. Diglett dug this long tunnel. It goes right to Viridian City, they tell me. This is something that you could save until after you get HM1 cut, because it would let you go back to Pewter, but for now, I recommend you do this. Diglett. Pretty solid ground type. It's fast. It learns decent ground moves. But in terms of coverage, you're going to be lacking a little bit. Where's my Pokeballs? Oh, right. They have their own They have their own section. But here's the thing. I'm going to recommend you catch one just for the upcoming gym. I'm not too worried about it, especially since we've been curb stomping these gyms lately. I'm going to recommend, since every Pokemon in here is a ground type like Diglett, it's not just Diglett down here. You can get, for some reason, they thought it was a good idea, which it's a fun idea. You can run into Diglett's evolved form, Dugtrio, and it will be an insanely high level for this early on in the game. I recommend you catch that just because, for one thing, Pokedex, but also it will make your next gym battle, which is an electric type gym, go by so easily. Catching Diglett's good enough, but Dugtrio, you're gonna have something great on your hands here, and it will be pretty viable for a time. And the thing is, I want to catch a Dugtrio here. You would think I would turn the repel off. No. I'm actually got the repel on because I'm hoping to bait him out. Because, which, Ivysaur might be too high level. No, he shouldn't be, though. The thing with a repel is that you want to have your highest level Pokemon out when you're using repel, because it will repel any Pokemon that are weaker than that Pokemon. I went inside Rock Tunnel, but it's pitch black and scary in there. I can get a Pokemon to use Flash and light it up. Like I was saying with repel, if you have your highest level Pokemon out front, then that is the kind of, it'll repel anything that is below its level. So I was trying to have Ivysaur be in front, because Dugtrio, like I said, is pretty high level. I was trying to bait him out. Please have what I want. The fainted Pokemon just has no energy left to battle. It can still use moves like Cut outside of battle. So we are going to have to come back through Diglett's Tunnel, but I'll just cut ahead to when we get back here after going to SSM. But I wanted to do this now. I'm looking for the Pokemon Abra. Want to trade one for my Mr. Mime? And this is why I grabbed the higher leveled one. Alright. Riley. Bye-bye, Abra. Thank you for being so easy to catch. You and your friend that we also caught in one attempt that never fucking happens. Alright. I feel like some people might have been able to pick up some hints, but my third team member is Mimian, the Mr. Mime. This is a really good option. He learns so many good coverage moves like Magical Leaf, and you can even teach him stuff like Shockwave. And also he learns so many good buffing moves, and he is a Pokemon that benefits from Baton Pass. Such a good buffing move. Or not a buffing move. What it does is you buff your own stats, like let's say you use Calm Mind or something like that, and then use Baton Pass, switch out to another Pokemon. That Pokemon just got all of your stat buffs. I love Mr. Mime, and I love Mimey, and I've used him many a time. And he avoids sound-based moves, so moves like Screech won't work on him. And he already has Confusion and Substitute. Substitute also can be used by Baton Pass, and it's awesome. And Barrier sharply raises the defense stat. I'm probably going to train Mimian. I'm probably going to train Mimian off screen with those trainer routes, just because he will level up faster, just because he is he's a traded Pokemon. So he'll gain experience twice as fast. But there is some Dugtrio, there he is. Level 29. Onions wasn't too high leveled. Alright, let's use Sleep Powder on him. I just want to say, this has been a good session so far. I shouldn't have said that. Now the game's going to crash, isn't it? I'm so nervous I might actually cut it a little shorter just because. But no, I think I'm good to keep going. But yeah, Pokeball. Come on, damn you. If we don't catch it, it's not the biggest deal. We can always just knock his ass out. But here's the thing. I told you not to use your ground type or your electric type out in front because Dugtrio and Diglett both have Arena Trap. if you want to switch out your Pokemon, you can't. You can't escape the battle either, so it makes it really tedious. But, you know, we also have, which I think you can run if Dugtrio knocks you out. I don't think we can use. Alright, we're gonna use Razor Leaf on him. This is probably gonna kill him. Oh shit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We might die. we might get sent back to the Pokemon Center. Mega Punch! Oh hell. Oh hell. Oh no. No, 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 no. Okay. Diglett, go!
Would you attack your own little sister? You would. You're an asshole.
Alright, I don't think we're gonna be catching Dugtrio. I don't think we're gonna be catching. I think he's gonna whoop our ass. Him? They? The Pokemon with 3 heads always confuse me. Dude, using Sand Tomb is no point. We already can't go anywhere. Please hit him, Prolapse. Please. Come on. Yeah, I don't think, oh, you know what? Okay. Alright, we'll hit him again with Quick Attack then. Because he's definitely faster than us, just because of his level. And also, like I said, Dugtrio is just kind of fast. Oh boy. Alright, I do think that we are going to get our ass handed to us by Dugtrio here. But it's not the biggest deal. It actually just sent us back to the Pokemon Center faster. Because we'll go to the previously visited one, and we'll go to the one that I want to go to. You know, you really could be less of an asshole about this Dugtrio. Granted, if we fail this, I'm just going to probably try to catch another one off screen. And it definitely seems like we're going to lose this. Mimey, I'm sorry that this is your first fight. I'm really sorry. This went way better in my head. Come on. Come on. Come on. No! No! Oh, it missed. Yes. Alright. Mimey, I believe in you. Stand proud. Come on. No! 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 That's gonna kill him. Oh! Stand proud, my man! Stand proud! You got this. We can do it. We can do it. Yeah! You did it, my man. You beautiful bastard. Oh. Cool. I didn't want to go look for more on later. Alright, we're actually going to use Dugtrio for a second. If we had an Abra with us, we actually could have just used the move Teleport to go back to the Pokemon Center. So what we're going to do, I'm going to use my strategy of put on a Repel, and we're just going to have Dugtrio protect us on the way back. I might keep him in the party just in case we start having trouble with the Electric Type Gym Leader. Oh boy. Like I said, we are going to have to go back to that area once we get cut, because there is the Flash TM that we've been told about a few times is actually back that way, and we also need to go back to Pewter City and pick up something. But, oh boy. Alright. We'll do that next time. So, unfortunately, we cannot challenge Lieutenant Surge just yet. The lightning, what's his name? The Lightning American Avenger? I don't know. He's got a stupid nickname, I know that. Alright, so, what we are going to do, let's see, who can we dump in the PC? We'll dump Diglett, I know that. We don't need Diglett and Dugtrio, so, like I said, I am not gonna bother showing the trainers on the route above, but I will bother with the trainers to our right, because, like I said, we're doing a little bit longer, so I got like 5 minutes left before I call it. So I want to, this is peaceful. I got like 5 minutes left before I call it. Granted, a lot of these trainers over here, not required. Well, actually, I don't technically think any of them are. But I'm gonna go ahead and pick up some items. Great ball! Better than the current Pokeball we got. So, and check right here. An escape road. Let's check this. Don't you think it's hard to think up good names for Pokemon? Especially if you caught a whole bunch. In Lavender Town, there's a man who rates Pokemon nicknames. He can help you rename your Pokemon too. Alright, we're gonna look at some. So if we wanted to head towards Lavender Town, we can't because this big ass is here. Pokemon is sprawled out in a deep and comfortable slumber. Slumper? Nice going. Alright, always check up here because there's sometimes useful people up here. I don't think this guy is though. I'm looking for the Pokemon Nidorino. Want to trade one for my Nidorino? See, I don't get what the hell is with trading Nidorinos and Nidorinos. Hi, remember me? I'm one of Professor Oak's aides. If your Pokedex is complete data of 30 species, I'm supposed to give you a reward. Trust me with the item finder for you. Let me ask you, have you gathered data on at least 30 kinds of Pokemon? Yeah, totally. Only 20? I actually thought it was less than that. I will pick up the item finder off screen probably, because I am going to be, like I said, doing a lot of Pokemon catching off screen. But just remember, the item finder is right there, and you're definitely going to want that item for something later. We'll fight a few of these trainers. I've never won before. Mainly just because I want to show you a very strange trainer class. Gamer Darien. In the original Red, Blue, and Yellow, these guys were just straight up called gamblers, I'm pretty sure. And a thing about these guys is they like to use moves like Horn Drill, or at least I think maybe in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, they like to use moves like Horn Drill and, oh, poor Meowth. You know what? Stand proud, Meowth. You got this shit. They like to use moves that are like 30% accurate, hardly ever going to work, just because, why not? Like, because obviously they stick to their theme of gambling. But it's kind of funny, but don't ever do shit like trying to spam Guillotine and Horn Drill. It is almost never going to work. I've seen Horn Drill work maybe a total of 4 times while I was playing Pokemon. One time it worked against, I had an Excadrill and I used it against a really underleveled Excadrill, and I used it against Zekrom in Pokemon Black in my first playthrough of it, and somehow it worked. And I kept that move on him forever because I was like, man, that shit works. It really works. Like, but do not expect it to work. Like, ever. Because it won't. But let me explain why I picked Mimian here, and he's also the reason why all my Pokemon have, you know, big font letter names. I picked Mimian because I knew I needed a Psychic type, and also, since this is my first Let's Play, I was like, I don't think I need to really be using any Pokemon that I don't have any experience with, just in case, you know, it makes me look dumb. And also, this is like a project, you know, and a project needs to kind of be coming out like it needs to. Like, and also I'm writing other stuff while, you know, again, I'm writing other stuff while I'm, you know, doing this. So I thought in the interest of saving time, you know, fuck it, we're gonna let Mimian actually do something here. I thought in the interest of saving time, I would use a Pokemon I know is good, and also could cut down on my grinding a little bit by giving him that, you know, gain boosted experience. So rather than it taking a long ass time at the end of the game for me to train up 6 Pokemon, congratulations, I've made my 6th Pokemon way easier to train now. So that's kind of why I picked Mimian, and also I knew he was good. And he's a lot of fun to use, too. I actually think the last time I played this, I might have used him. I'm not 100% on that, but... And I kind of try something different with this moveset every time. I mainly just wanted to show getting all the items. I'm laying down some cables. In the middle of the in the middle of a field? I mean, I guess that makes sense, but... I don't know. Maybe, like, don't do it when people are around. You can tell I don't know much about cable management. You can look at my fucking PC setup and then you look like, yeah, he don't know shit about cable management. Actually, probably would make more sense to use Doug Trio here, since he's a electric and steel type. But it doesn't matter because onions is powerful. All right, so like I said, a lot of the Pokemon out here just... Okay, I didn't say anything like that. A lot of the trainers out here are not required. They're not really even important. So I am going to fight a lot of them off screen just to save myself some on... I don't need to do any grinding on screen. Like, that's... I'm not going to do that. But like I said, when it comes time to like train for the Elite Four fights, I will show like my strategy for leveling up late game. But I did want to show getting all of these items. But I will fight all these trainers off screen, catch pretty... I don't know if I'm going to catch all of them, but I'm going to try to catch every Pokemon available to us up to this point. Oh, and if you're worried about, like, oh, you just traded away that Spearow now, how are you going to evolve it into Fearow? Don't. You can actually catch Fearow from my memory somewhere else. But also, like, you can also just catch a level 15 Fearow here. But let's just knock this guy out. And we are at... We're running the clock. But... And I, like I said, have got to get something to nosh on because I am starving. Level 12? Meditate. That's not really a good move, I don't think. Let me see what it does, actually, because I'm not even 100% sure, but I remember it kind of sucking. But yeah, we can't change my Mion's nickname, that's why I made the fonts consistent. User meditates and awakens its power and raises its attack stats. See, that's pointless for my Mion. I think the only Pokemon that's really good for is for, like, Pokemon like Medicham, where it's actually like a fighting type too. But I don't think there's any more items on this route. I guess I can cover the new-ish Pokemon you can catch on this route. Oh, Ekans! Shit, I didn't know Ekans was on this route. I thought he was back in to the route next to Cerulean City, but yeah, Ekans is alright. Especially in Gen 2, if you give him Sludge Bomb when Sludge Bomb is still a physical move, he can learn that. Glare, I recommend Ekans a lot if you have access to the move Sludge Bomb. I don't recommend him in this game because you don't get Sludge Bomb until post-game. But if you're playing in Crystal, I can't recommend Ekans enough. It learns some pretty decent moves for Gen 2, which is kind of hard to say for a lot of Pokemon. But the only other Pokemon that I can think of that... Okay, we'll fight this guy then, damn it. The only other Pokemon that I can think of on this route that is worth catching, and worth catching is kind of an asterisk, because it's not really good now, and honestly it's not even really that great later. The only reason I like him at all is because I caught a shiny of him that was cool, and then evolved it into Hypno, and then, you know, not all Hypnos are creepy, especially if you get a super rare shiny one that you end up kind of having a fondness for. But yeah, I'm not gonna fight everybody on this route. I am gonna see where that Poliwag is, because if I can get a Poliwhirl, I might actually go back and do that trade. Horsey you can't catch for a while though. But yeah, like I said, the only other Pokemon I really can think of that you can catch on this route is Drowsy, and Drowsy's not great. Like, he's not really a good Pokemon. Like, I like my shiny Drowsy and Hypno, but that's an exception to the rule of usually don't bother. But yeah, next time on Pokemon FireRed, we'll go check out that party that Bill was talking about on the SSN. Maybe see if we can figure out how to cut down this tree that's in front of Lieutenant Surge's gym. Oh! Wait! I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. I know I said that the episode was going to be over, but I need to show you one more thing. And I need to do it now before before I forget that I even did it. I'm really, really sorry. If you stick around to this point in the episode, I love you so much. Because I'd be fed up with my bullshit too, especially since I've said I'm gonna end the episode like 3 different. Fuck you! No! I forgot! Consequences for my own actions! Damn you! This is what Metapod evolves into, at least. I'll cut ahead to what I was gonna show you. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll cut ahead. Alright, this is what I wanted to show you. So, now that we have the bike voucher, D-pad, we can get a free bike. You really think I could've, I really probably should've just saved this for next episode. So now we're gonna end it off. We're gonna head back towards, the next town, and then we're gonna check out that cruise ship. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys next time.